We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
60 or.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mariota. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Come on, set. 8, read. 61, matchbox, lights. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now,
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw Mariota. And caught by Henry. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jalen Mills in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mariota. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
First down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
You got 4. 24 is the mark.
5.
They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Christian, 18, Gator.
Hey, check.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing on second down, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for Chicago. Touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. The point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This a quick pass to Davis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. 45.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in more.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 54. Mike 55.
Back to throw here. Finding Gabriel complete. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Alpha.
2nd and 6. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Harold Landry, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
No.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have...
And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed and they're showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12 yards there and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And 2 stop. Here we go, D. 61. Match box.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota now. They'll have him, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
First down, a run with Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's where you belong.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Snap.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He is proving his his work defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey.
Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. Wide. Get wide.
Again, it's Henry. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
3.
From the gun, Mariota. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
We got to roll. Just keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bears 56, Titans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
One.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go. 45. Mike, 45.
Mariota to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They try again with Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And look at this. The punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Mariota now on second down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
One.
45, Mike, 45.
3rd and long here for Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Mariota now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point by Moore, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Let's go!
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
4 yards the pickup, first down. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's get in there. Check.
Where are they, team? One.
Bang.
One.
Stay at home. 45.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Sharp. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
45. Watch the run.
6 guys.
One.
A first down throw for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
One.
Now Mariota. And caught by Henry. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's taken down. Back back at his own 7. Khalil Mack. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. One last shot now for Mariota. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job